Listen closely. Tomorrow morning, the exact same thing is going to happen. You will wake up, and before your feet even touch the cold floor, before the morning light enters your room, and before you even fully realize you are awake, your hand will automatically reach out for your phone. You will pick it up, slide the screen open, and instantly let a massive flood of notifications, messages, news, and other people's perfect lives crash into your brain. You do this completely unconsciously, entirely out of habit, without making a deliberate choice. Did you know that your brain processes the feeling of being lonely in the exact same spot where it registers physical pain? That burning sensation in your chest when you feel completely alone isn't just in your head. It is real. I know exactly how you feel right now. You are staring at your screen late at night or early in the morning, surrounded by total silence. You feel like the entire world is moving forward while you are completely stuck. Everyone else seems to have friends, success, and happiness, but you just feel empty. It is exhausting to carry this heavy weight every single day while putting on a fake smile for the world. But what if I told you that this dark, quiet room is actually the birthplace of a version of you that nothing can ever break? There is a strange, hidden truth about your sadness that nobody has ever told you. You think you are just waking up and checking the world, but in the language of human psychology and behavioral science, you are doing something far more dangerous. You are sleepwalking. You are instantly transforming yourself into a reactive machine that spends the rest of the day serving the algorithms, serving other people's opinions, and serving a world that wants to keep you distracted and weak. Hundreds of years ago, the greatest Stoic thinkers, men who ruled empires, commanded massive armies, and survived deep isolation, understood a profound psychological truth that modern society has completely forgotten. They believed that the morning is not a gentle, passive beginning to your day. The morning is a fierce negotiation. It is a quiet battle between the weak version of you that wants comfort, scrolling, and easy entertainment, and the powerful version of you that is built for excellence, purpose, and deep mental strength. The Stoics knew that if you let the outside world enter your mind before you have even built your own internal fortress, you lose your sovereignty. You become a psychological slave to circumstance. If your mood for the entire day depends on a text message you receive, a number on a screen, or a video of someone else's success, you are not free. You are living in a prison of your own making, and the key is sitting right there on your nightstand. Let us be completely clear and honest, right from the start. If you are experiencing a severe mental health condition or clinical depression, you should always seek the guidance of a qualified medical professional or licensed therapist, because this content is created strictly for educational, philosophical, and personal growth purposes. Now, let us look at the beautiful raw science of how your brain actually functions during those critical early moments of the day. Modern neuroscience completely confirms what the Stoics practiced intuitively. The first 20 minutes after you wake up are the most neurologically programmable moments of your entire day. Your brain is slowly transitioning from a deep, dream-like state into a calm, highly receptive state, dominated by alpha and theta brainwaves. During this exact window, your critical filter, the guard in your mind that evaluates, judges, and resists new programming, is completely turned down. Whatever you feed your mind during these 20 minutes does not just influence your temporary mood. It literally carves the physical neural pathways that dictate your behavior, your confidence, and your focus for the next 14 hours. Think about the terrible damage you do to yourself when you choose to scroll through social media during this sacred 20-minute window. You look at algorithmically curated feeds designed by behavioral scientists to capture your attention and make you feel inadequate. You see people showing off their best moments, and your sleeping brain immediately absorbs feelings of jealousy, low self-esteem, and quiet panic. Your mind starts to believe that you are falling behind, that you are entirely alone, and that your sadness is a permanent flaw. You are literally training your brain to be anxious, distracted, and dependent on external validation before you have even brushed your teeth. But if you choose to aggressively protect this window, if you build a heavy wall around your attention and refuse to touch that phone until you have spoken 7 specific rules to your inner self, you can completely rewire your mind. You can build an unbreakable mental armor that protects you from the chaos, the insults, and the silent pressures of the modern world. You must realize that the loneliness you feel in the quiet hours of the morning is not a curse or a sign that you are broken. It is a clean canvas, a silent workshop where the real work of self-mastery takes place. The human mind was never designed for continuous ease, constant entertainment, and effortless comfort. It was structurally built to overcome resistance, solve hard problems, and grow stronger through struggle. Every single morning, 2 distinct forces meet inside your chest. The first force is inertia the heavy, gravity-like pull of your old habits, your old fears, and your comfortable sadness that whispers to you to stay under the covers, keep scrolling, and remain exactly as you are. The second force is virtue the quiet, powerful part of your soul that knows you are capable of so much more, that knows comfort is a slow, painless death, and that calls you to choose the harder path. If you surrender to the first force, day after day, your life will never belong to you. This first part of our journey is about breaking that automatic loop of sleepwalking and reclaiming the throne of your own mind. Now that you understand the hidden trap of the digital dawn, you are ready to arm yourself. You are ready to look at the quiet room around you not as a prison of isolation, but as a sacred laboratory where your mind is rebuilt. The transition from a sleepwalker to a master of focus requires 7 specific psychological weapons. These are not soft phrases or superficial morning affirmations meant to make you feel good for a fleeting moment. These are rigorous, unyielding principles forged through centuries of human struggle, exile, and absolute discipline. When you repeat these rules to yourself every single morning, before your hand even approaches that screen, you are actively deciding to take the steering wheel of your own consciousness. You are declaring that your attention belongs to you, and you alone. Let us dive deep into the first 3 rules of internal sovereignty, and remember to sit with the weight of these thoughts as they echo in the silence of your room. The first rule you must declare to the darkness is this: I am the sole author of my reactions, and nothing outside my mind holds power unless I grant it. Read that sentence again in the quiet spaces of your thoughts. I am the sole author of my reactions. This is not a comforting or gentle statement. It is a radical, heavy claim that demands absolute accountability from you. It means that every single time you have felt small, forgotten, rejected, or overwhelmed by a text message, an email, or a piece of online gossip, that painful response was not forcefully done to you by the outside world. It was completely authored by your own mind. We must be very careful here, because behavioral psychology does not say that your human emotions are wrong, or that you should become a cold, unfeeling robot. It is completely natural to feel the sudden sting of sadness or the heavy ache of being alone. But there is a massive difference between experiencing a passing emotion and letting that emotion completely control your identity. An event happens in the outer world, someone ignores your message, your hard work goes unnoticed, or the algorithm shows you something that triggers your deep insecurity. That is merely an external impression. What happens next is entirely up to you. You can choose to blindly agree with that impression, fall into a pit of self-pity, and let it ruin your entire day. Or you can choose to activate your internal filter. The greatest minds in human history practiced this every single dawn. They anticipated the difficulty of the world before it even arrived. They told themselves that the people they would interact with throughout the day would be ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and envious. They did not say this out of bitter pessimism. They said it as a form of premeditation. They were deliberately putting on their mental armor in advance, so that when the chaos of the world inevitably arrived, they would not be surprised, they would not be triggered, and they would not react out of pure impulse. You must do the same. Before you touch that screen, look at the specific fear or insecurity that haunts you the most. Feel its familiar pull, and then declare that you are the author of the story, not the victim of circumstance. The second rule you must repeat before the digital world invades your space is, I will guard my attention as my most finite and sacred resource. In the modern world, we constantly talk about time as if it is our most valuable asset. We manage our schedules, we track our hours, and we panic when we feel like we are running out of days. But behavioral psychology reveals something far more subtle and dangerous. You can have all the free time in the world and still completely waste your life if you do not possess absolute control over where your attention goes. Attention is prior to time. A life is not truly measured by the number of hours you sit in a room. It is measured entirely by what those specific hours were spent thinking about. Your soul becomes completely dyed with the deep color of your consistent thoughts. This is a profound philosophical fact. You physically and mentally become whatever you choose to focus on during the early hours of your day. If you spend the first 20 minutes of your morning scrolling through pages of outrage, superficial gossip, and algorithmic vanity, your soul absorbs the dark colors of anxiety and insignificance. If you fill your receptive mind with shallow distractions, your capacity for deep, meaningful focus completely shrinks over time. You are structurally building a brain that is incapable of sitting in stillness, a brain that constantly screams for the next quick hit of digital dopamine. But if you choose to spend your morning in deliberate silence, asking yourself what truly matters, and directing your energy toward internal growth, your mind slowly absorbs those strong colors instead. There is a fierce war being waged for your attention right now. Every single app on your smartphone, every flashing notification, and every algorithmically designed feed is a highly sophisticated weapon built by teams of behavioral experts to hijack your sovereignty. The answer to this war is not to throw your technology away. The answer is the deliberate morning. It is a morning where your internal filter is fully activated before anyone else gets access to your brain. You must guard the gate of your mind like a lone soldier defending a fortress before the siege begins. The third rule that must shatter your desire for ease is, I choose voluntary difficulty. For I was not made for effortless comfort. I was made for absolute excellence. This is the exact principle that your lazy habits will resist the most, because it demands something that modern morning routines never ask of you. It does not just tell you to endure hardships when they accidentally happen. It commands you to actively seek out small difficulties voluntarily before life forces them upon you. The more you optimize your daily life for pure convenience, comfort, and zero friction, the more incredibly fragile you become. Every single time you choose to avoid a difficult task, stay under the warm covers, or escape into a mindless video game, your world becomes a little bit smaller, and your mind becomes a little bit weaker. Slowly and invisibly, comfort narrows your capabilities until you are only able to handle things that are perfectly easy. And a person who is only capable of handling what is easy is entirely at the mercy of a harsh, unpredictable world. The best, most resilient version of your character only exists directly beyond the borders of your comfort zone. Human beings are not structurally built for continuous luxury. We are built for functioning at the absolute peak of our capacity. To waste your youth and your unique potential in the endless pursuit of easy comfort, to live a soft, undirected, and purely reactive life when you are capable of a focused, disciplined, and excellent one, is a tragic failure of your true nature. Every single morning, when you choose to face a small discomfort, whether it is taking a cold shower, reading a dense book, or working on a difficult project without checking your phone, you are casting a powerful vote for the strong person you are fully capable of becoming. With your internal fortress firmly established by the first 3 rules, you must now address the illusion of time itself. The 4th rule you must speak into the quietness of your room before touching that screen is this: this present moment is entirely enough. I release the heavy grip of the past and refuse to fear the shadows of the future. This is a profound behavioral imperative that cuts directly to the root of why you feel so much heavy sadness and internal anxiety. When you examine the mechanics of human suffering, you will find that it almost never exists in the immediate present. Suffering lives in the past through regret, shame, and grief, or it lives in the future through anticipation, worry, and fear. We drag the accumulated weight of dead moments into our mornings, or we project terrifying simulations of what might go wrong tomorrow, and in doing so, we completely abandon the only space where we actually exist. Listen to the raw psychology of your morning overthinking. You lie in bed with your thoughts racing, running loops of old arguments, wishing you could rewrite past mistakes, or mourning people who chose to leave your life. Or perhaps you are filled with a cold dread about your future, wondering if you will always be this alone, or if you will fail at your goals. Behavioral scientists call this chronic rumination, and studies show that the human mind wanders away from the present moment nearly half of its waking life. This means you are spending half of your existence living in spaces that do not physically exist. You cannot act, you cannot change, and you cannot be brave inside a memory or a hypothetical future. You can only exercise your willpower right here, right now, in this single breath. To break this loop, you must embrace the ancient concept of memento mori, the constant, vivid awareness of your own mortality. This is not a morbid or depressing practice. It is the ultimate medicine for a distracted and sad mind. Imagine yourself at the very end of your life, looking back at this exact morning from your deathbed. What would you give to have this quiet hour back? What would you give to have this clean slate, this functioning body, and this open day ahead of you? When you realize that this specific morning will happen only once in all of eternity, the past instantly loses its suffocating grip, the future loses its terror, and the present moment becomes absolutely luminous. You must train your mind to drop the heavy baggage of yesterday. Take a deep breath, let go of the worries of tomorrow, and arrive fully in the reality of being alive right now. This brings you directly to the 5th rule of the digital dawn. My ultimate purpose is not personal comfort. It is meaningful contribution. This rule completely reverses the toxic narrative of modern society, which tells you that the goal of life is to be happy, safe, and entertained. Psychology shows a strange paradox. The more intensely and selfishly you focus on your own immediate happiness and comfort, the more elusive and distant it becomes. But when you shift your focus away from what you can take from the world and orient it toward what you can contribute, an uninvited sense of deep containment and self-motivation naturally arrives. Think about how this applies to your current state of feeling alone. When you are trapped in sadness, your vision becomes incredibly narrow. You only think about your pain, your loneliness, and your problems. But you are part of a massive, interconnected human story. You do not exist in a vacuum. The internal strength you build during these quiet morning hours is not just for you. It is a gift you owe to the world around you. You are building a stronger character so that you can become a pillar for others, so that you can do excellent work, and so that you can uplift anyone who crosses your path. Ask yourself this question before you open your phone. Who am I preparing myself to serve today? And how can I execute my tasks with genuine care? Even if you are working completely alone in a dark room, doing your work with absolute excellence is a form of contribution. It elevates human nature. It gives your isolation a profound, undeniable meaning. Now, as we prepare to transition into the final phase of this rewiring process, you must steel your mind. The next rule is perhaps the most difficult to hear, because it forces you to confront the absolute fragility of everything you hold dear. But if you have the courage to stay with me and listen to the truth, it will make you completely bulletproof before the digital world even gets a chance to blink. Section 4. The dawn of the sovereign mind with 5 rules anchored deep within your consciousness. You are now ready to face the final, most confronting layers of your awakening. The 6th rule you must speak aloud to the silence of your room, before your fingers even touch that screen, is this: I will actively separate what is within my control from what is outside of it, and I will invest my energy only in the truth. This is the ultimate engine of psychological freedom. Behavioral science teaches us that frustration, anxiety, and deep exhaustion do not come from the sheer amount of work you do. They come from the agonizing weight of trying to control things you can never change. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the economic market. You cannot control the algorithms that choose what you see online. And most importantly, you cannot control how other people think, act, or talk about you. When you wake up and instantly check your phone, you are voluntarily jumping into a massive ocean of external things you cannot control. You read an email that frustrates you. You see a public comment that angers you, or you witness the chaotic state of the world, and your mind immediately spins into a panic. You are burning your most precious, finite mental energy trying to fix things that are completely outside of your sovereignty. The Stoics drew a sharp, unyielding line down the middle of reality. On one side are external events, other people's actions, and the hand that life deals you. On the other side is your own mind, your own choices, and your own character. Before the digital world invades your space, look at the screen and declare that you will let the world be exactly what it is, while you choose to control the only territory that truly belongs to you: your thoughts, your reactions, and your effort. Now, look very closely into the quietness of your room. I promised you the most surprising, sharpest rule at the very end. The 7th rule is the ultimate shock factor that will completely shake your mind out of its sleepwalking state forever. This day could be my last, and I will not waste the absolute miracle of my consciousness on a digital distraction. Let this raw truth settle into your chest. Memento mori is not a distant, abstract philosophy. It is an immediate, terrifyingly beautiful reality. You wake up every single morning under the dangerous illusion that you have an infinite supply of tomorrows. You assume you will have time later to build your body, time later to fix your mind, and time later to get out of your sadness. Because you assume you have endless time, you think it is perfectly fine to waste 3 hours scrolling through short, mindless videos on a couch. But the truth is, you have absolutely no guarantee that you will even see the sun set tonight. Every single breath you take is a borrowed moment that you must eventually pay back. If this were truly the final day of your existence, would you honestly spend its most sacred, fresh, and beautiful morning hours looking at what strangers are doing on a glass screen? Would you spend your final moments trapped in a loop of digital envy and quiet panic? Absolutely not. You would treat every second as a holy relic. When you bring the vivid awareness of your own mortality into the first 20 minutes of your day, the superficial noise of the modern world instantly evaporates, leaving behind nothing but pure, unadulterated focus. You stand right now at a monumental crossroads of human psychology. The blueprint has been laid out perfectly before you. You can finish this video, close this screen, and instantly go right back to your old, automatic, and comfortable habits. You can pick up your phone tomorrow morning, let the notifications dictate your value, and continue to live as a reactive slave to the digital matrix. Or you can choose the harder, more dangerous, and vastly superior path of absolute self-mastery. You can decide, starting tomorrow at dawn, that your mind belongs to you and you alone. You can turn your loneliness into a fortress, your silence into a laboratory, and your mourning into a declaration of absolute war against your own weakness. If you are one of the rare few who has listened to these words not just with your ears, but with your very soul, do not just leave a generic comment. Go down to the comments section right now, write down today's date, and type these 4 powerful words. I am in control. Let that comment be your official public declaration to this community and to the world that you have officially woken up from the sleepwalk. Here at Silent Power Psychology, we do not cater to the weak crowd that looks for cheap entertainment and temporary motivation. We build a permanent community of sovereign minds who are dedicated to absolute excellence and mental resilience. If you are ready to completely re-engineer your character and unlock the deep psychological strategies that will make you bulletproof, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a strong like on this video. Rebuild your fortress every single morning. Stay fiercely disciplined in the dark. And never forget the silent power that is waiting to be unleashed inside your own mind. We will see you in the next deep psychological breakdown. Stay focused, stay dangerous, and keep winning.